Okay, let me ask you something. Why do we think weight loss has to be exciting? Like some big dramatic plan with a strict diet or crazy workouts? What if, the stuff that actually helped lose the most weight was the most boring? Yeah, totally unsexy, not flashy, definitely not Instagram worthy. But for me, boring worked. And today, I'm going to show you why these boring habits beat intense plans every single time. And throughout October, you may see some of repeat things. And that's because that's what works for me. So here's the thing. I used to be addicted to intense starts. New Year's, I buy all the diet food. Mondays, I'd sign up for a gym membership. A bad weekend, I'd promise myself, this week I am all in. And guess what? It did work, but for just like a week. Then I'd burn out or quit, and I'd always end up heavier and more frustrated than before. I don't know if this sounds familiar to you or not, but why did the boring habits win? Because boring is what you can actually stick with. Here's the problem with intense plans. They look really good on paper. They make you feel powerful at first, but then they don't really fit into your life because life is messy. You're stressed. You get sick. The kids need you. You've got work deadlines. And when your plan is too strict or too extreme or too intense, you can't keep up with it when life gets real. That's when those old patterns will creep back in. So let me give you an example. I once tried a plan where I had to meal prep everything like perfectly. Now I do meal prep, just not perfect. This one had no wiggle room. Everything was measured and weighed and prepackaged. By day 3, was exhausted. By day 5, I was eating junk in the car. So another time, I jumped into a 2-day workout plan. Morning cardio, evening strength training. I thought, this is it. I'm going to crush it. But after a week, my body was sore, my schedule was wrecked, and I completely gave up. The problem wasn't me. The problem was the plan. And because weight loss isn't about how much you can do in 1 week, it's about what you can keep doing for the rest of your life. So, what changed? I shifted from all in to always on instead of chasing perfection kind of thing. So, what that means really is I built boring habits that I could actually live with. So these are things like shutting down my kitchen after dinner, drinking water before meals, walking after I eat, making a big salad for one of my meals every single day, and going to the bed at the same time every night. None of that looks exciting. None of that gets clicks on TikTok. But you know what? It does work. And here is why boring beats intense. Boring is repeatable. If you can do it on your busiest, most stressful day, then that's the right habit. Boring is sustainable. You don't need any kind of motivation. You don't need to hype yourself up. It just becomes automatic. Boring compounds. One small habit doesn't seem like much, but stacked together, they completely change your life. And here's the part that no one really tells you. Boring habits are the ones that rebuild your identity. Think about it. Every single day, you shut down the kitchen at 5 p.m. Guess what happens? You start to see yourself as someone who doesn't snack at night. If every morning you drink water before your coffee, guess what happens? You see yourself as someone who takes care of you first, your body first. Those little identity shifts, no matter what, are, they are better than any strict diet will ever be because they're permanent. They become who you are. So, if you've been stuck in that all or nothing cycle, let me tell you, it's not that you failed. It's that the plan failed you. Intense plans aren't built for real life, but boring habits, they are built for your life. And honestly, this is exactly what we're going to be doing inside of the community. We're not going to chase quick fixes. We're going to be building systems and focusing on these anchor habits that actually last. And I'm not just going to coach you through it. I'm going to be doing it with you. We're going to walk this out together. So, if you're tired of starting over every Monday, join the waitlist. I'm putting the link in the description. Because the truth is, success isn't found in doing more. It's found in doing less consistently. So, how do you build boring habits that actually help you lose weight? Here's what worked for me. Pick one. Please do not try to change everything at once. Start with one habit. Make it stupid simple. Like so simple, it feels too easy. Do it daily, because repetition is what locks it in. And celebrate it. Give yourself credit for doing that boring thing. It matters. Stack them. Once one habit is solid, you're going to add another one. Because boring plus boring plus boring equals extraordinary. Let me show you how this played out in my own life. I started with one salad a day. Nothing fancy, just greens, beans, and veggies. Then I added walking after meals. At first, it was just about 5 minutes or so. And then I added more. Then after that, I added shutting down my kitchen after dinner. Then after that one, I added a bedtime routine. Individually, none of these felt like weight loss magic, but together, they have completely changed my health. And here's the wildest part. Those boring habits helped me lose 200 pounds. It wasn't a keto diet, wasn't fasting, and it wasn't eating perfectly. Just stacking boring habits day after day until they became who I am. So, let me ask you this. What's one boring habit you can start today? Because if you're waiting for motivation or a perfect time, or even just the right plan, you may be waiting forever. The change happens in the boring stuff. So here's the big takeaway. Intense plans burn you out. Boring habits will build you up. One makes you quit, the other makes you consistent. And consistency, that's the real secret to weight loss. And don't forget to grab my free guide, The 5-Step Roadmap to Food Freedom. It's the perfect first step if you're ready to stop chasing diets and start building a life that actually feels good. That link is in the description. All right, your turn. Comment below and tell me what's one boring habit you're ready to start today. Because remember, boring is what gets results. And you've got this. And until our next conversation, stay kind to yourself, eat like you love yourself, and keep going. You are doing better than you think. Bye for now.